welcome to Baam Anime. It's your girl,
Rika.
And Big Boy Summer here, bringing you another episode of Tower of God. You know what it is. Let's get right into it.
Now, we all knew that the administrator, Hang San-yu, was planning something, but this is somehow really so much more messed up than I thought it was going to be.
Wait, you thought the guy who thought no way about turning Rak into Chibi Rak was going to be not messed up?
Yeah, I didn't think that was that messed up. He changed him back.
Don't you remember that episode when he had his hand out and that guy couldn't handle it? He said, yeah, handle this for a minute or 2 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, but they made sure we didn't care about the character because it was someone we hadn't really seen much of. We don't know his name, we don't care. And so it was kind of okay. You know, in the anime world, it's okay for anything to happen to any character as long as it's not the main cast that you like. Isn't that how it goes? No?
You know what, Shirley, you're right.
So they've got Endorsi, and basically Lopo Ren is saying to her that in order to redeem herself, she needs to kill Anak, who's already injured, knowing that Endorsi had a really strong relationship with her mom and is now getting close to Anak. That is the most messed up part of this episode.
I disagree with you saying that it's the most messed up part of the episode. I'll get to what I think is the most messed up part later. But you're right, this is deep, fam. Endorsi and Anak joking they kid, but they kind of love each other, really. Especially since Endorsi brought Anak into her sort of self, rather than her trying to kill her or keep calling her imposter. You don't hear it anymore.
And she said that someone she wanted to climb the tower with, and that person was Anak. She said that was her reasoning for doing all the things she did in that match where Hot finally exited stage left.
Yeah, exactly. For me, you got Lopo Ren, who has a job. His job is to dispatch of Anak and take the swords. Why is he turning this into some Saw level crazy psychopath stuff? What is up with that? I mean, take the shot, okay? He got the shot. He got the shot multiple times. He could have he's a sadist, bro.
I don't agree that he's just a sadist. Although I don't like what he's doing, I can understand what his character is. He works for a royal division, so he has a job to protect the tower, protect the King of Jihad from a multitude of things. And we all know that when you're at the top, sometimes you have to have a low tolerance for a lot of things to stop other people from thinking that you're weak and testing you too much, or removing you from that position, or coming for your head. So he said, first of all, that both of them were the lowest of the low in the tower, and that Endorsi needed to redeem herself. So she's done something wrong in their opinion. Maybe it's the fact that she's even teaming up with Anak, that she didn't kill Anak immediately, knowing that that's what should happen. Maybe that's why, or maybe she's done something else. And with Anak, he specifically said, if you had just lived in peace, we would have left you alone. Now that makes sense. And he also said, now your mom's sacrifice was for nothing. And that's what I was saying a few episodes ago, that It looked like she died on purpose to protect Anak. And now we've gotten confirmation of that she chose to give up her life and Anak was supposed to be safe.
Well,
and that makes sense what I was saying as well, when I said they could have just left her alone.
100%.
That was their intention.
But she came here looking for blood. Okay, I get that. But in terms of what you said earlier, what Endorsi did wrong, remember in the episode, was it episode 1, where we were told princesses are not allowed to climb the tower?
That is true. But if that was the case, she could have been stopped from climbing it at any point. Everybody knew who she was. She wasn't hiding who she was.
Yeah, but it comes back to what you just said. Examples must be made of defectors.
Okay, fair enough. And they haven't gone as hard with her. They just want her to prove her loyalty to the King of Jihad.
Like, can I talk about the worst thing to happen in this episode for me?
Yeah, don't mention bad though.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, go on. What was the worst part?
All hell is breaking loose right now. We know it's about to go down. And fam is all happy, la 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 la. I got what I wanted. The girl I'm simping for is right here, right next to me. She don't have to touch me or nothing, but I'm happy. And that for me infuriates me, you know. I'm vexed at him for that. Don't worry, I trust my friends. That's not the case. He's just happy that he's right next to Rachel. And Rachel's in a wheelchair, so she can't go nowhere. Because even she tried to run away from this creepy, simpy guy. Am I wrong, guys? Am I wrong? Tell me.
Okay. I noticed that as well. I noticed that in the episode, but I tried to ignore it because it was it was really irritating the way that he's just so happy, and obviously they kept cutting to really intense scenes where people are fighting with all they've got, and then we've got Baam again, as he usually does, which is take a back seat, let everybody else do the work, and then just look at everyone with his wide eyes as if that makes it okay because he's all innocent. It's ridiculous. No one can maintain this level of innocence while going through all of these different events. You've had betrayals, you have watched someone die in front of you. The person that you love is paralyzed from the waist down, I assume. She has no use of those legs and will never be able to use them again. Someone left because they couldn't hack it anymore. And people are dying all around you and you're just acting like nothing happened. Like, he's the real psychopath here. You can say, oh, he doesn't have his memories. No, scratch that. You have your current memories now and you're still acting like nothing is going on.
I don't know how else to explain this other than using a Rick and Morty reference. Okay, so remember that episode of Rick and Morty where Rick goes, Jerry, you win.
You win! No amount of genius can stop your dumb, mediocre, vacuous roots from digging into everything and everyone around you and draining them of any ability to fend you off.
Look at what Shibisu said. He has everything he wants before he's got to the top of the tower. I just don't want him to lose it. Bruv, you all came to this place to get to the tower, bruv. Get to the top. What are you on about, bro? Baam is insidious, bro. He's an infection in this whole thing, and he infuriates me, but I have to watch every episode because it's gold. I'm so sorry that he makes me feel this way. Like, it's gone from me going, he's a simp, he's annoying. When is he gonna do something to, come on now, bro. What episode are we on, 11?
Yeah, look, we are so close to the season finale. We have had no change in Baam's powers in any kind of significant way. The only time we've seen him training is when he's actually had to for the purpose of the test and they're being taught in classrooms. We have not seen him do any kind of training. He needs to take his ass home, go and watch Black Clover and watch Asta train.
Tell him again.
Watch Naruto train to do the Rasengan. Just that. Just those episodes. Also, can we please quickly go to the beginning of the episode where Hang Sang-yu is talking to Rachel. Rachel's like, but we don't hear anything about what is said. And then we see her and Baam in this bubble of Shinsu. And the whole time, she looks sad as hell. Now, I have been saying this girl's going to betray him again. She already abandoned him, and that was a betrayal in itself because she didn't even tell dude she was leaving. But now, she's done something with Hang Sang-yu. She's made some kind of deal.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
But
she's in a confined space with a creepy simp. Like, I know I said it already, but come on, wouldn't that make you upset? You tried to go to the tower and left him outside the tower to get away from him, and he's here now. I'm just saying.
oh my god.
Like, that whole, them two being in there is like, you know when, okay, you obviously don't know because you're the girl, but guys who are straight, you know when you're texting a girl and getting one-word answers and like, you're actually trying to find out information and everything's like, lol, yeah, cool, they're clearly not interested. That is literally what I feel like I'm watching every time they came on the screen.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's a really strange vibe seeing them together, especially because in the previous episode, she had that conversation with Baam where she was saying how she really didn't like him and was upset that he was hanging on to her and he was basically a burden. And she said to him, oh, you can leave now too because I left you. And now that she's in this wheelchair, she's still willing to let him do all this stuff for her. It's a very toxic relationship to me from both sides. He's clearly an idiot. But we can say, fair enough, he doesn't have his memories and he is like a newborn child. That's what he's like. He's like a newborn. And I think that's what Shibuzu was talking about as well, that he's got something that they don't have. It's that innocence, that pure soul that hasn't been touched by really horrific events or just life in general.
Okay, you know what? I hear that. You've got a slight point.
But she also is really disgusting because you know you didn't care about this dude at all. But because now you don't have legs or prospects anymore, you're willing to let him make his whole life you.
Isn't that what happens in the real world when people just settle?
I don't feel like settling because she still doesn't seem like she even likes him.
She's just getting used to settling. She hasn't settled, she's settling.
I don't know. Like, I have a problem with just their relationship in general, and hopefully this ends in a very final way.
Are you trying to say you want Rachel dead?
I'm saying that I want it to be ended in a very final way.
You want Baam dead?
I said what I said.
Okay.
How about Parasol, the guy who I said I don't want to hear about anymore, I don't want to see him redeeming himself, leave me alone, let me dislike the guy. And then you've got him here saving hats. Okay. I see what you're doing. I knew this was coming.
Is his name Parasol or Paracure?
It's whatever we want.
I don't like him still, I'm sorry.
No, I don't either.
I think he's trash.
But this is prepping him to be like...
No, for me, I don't even see this as prepping him. He ruined Khun's plan. That's it. What is this guy's problem? My hand moved on their own. Bro!
He's kind of saved his life.
I don't care. Hats is capable.
Yeah, he is capable, but he should have also noticed that he was there that close with hostile energy and he didn't. So that's a little bit disappointing.
Plot armor, innit?
True. It did seem like that because, come on, he didn't feel the hostile energy coming towards him. Or just hear a big ass goblin climbing up some rocks. You didn't hear that.
Plot armor, innit? So it seems that this beef with Levero is continuing. So Levero goes, you came up with a test really quickly.
Yeah, because obviously Levero knows exactly what's happened.
And it's obviously because Lopo, Bioren and Hang Sang had that plan hatched out already from the get-go. He probably already knew the administrator was going to say yeah to whatever Baam wanted him to say because of who Baam was. So Hang Sang, I don't know, this is probably not confirmation for me, but it's further on the ticking line of evidence that Hang Sang knew or knows who Baam really is before his memories got wiped. Probably even knows why his memories got wiped.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this as well. I think that he definitely knows. But I'd also like to say that I feel like Levero might die in this series. Not in this season, but in an upcoming season, because I feel like this feud that these two have together is going to come to a head because Levero is interfering and helping these people who are trying to climb this tower. And it's pissing Hang Sang-yu off. And we all know that he can lose it at the drop of a hat, and he's very powerful.
Don't you think Levero can handle it?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
I don't think we've seen enough of Levero to make that decision, because we've seen a lot of Hang Sang.
I don't think we have seen a lot of Hang Sang.
Yeah, but we've seen a lot more, okay? So the last episode when he was flexing, we saw it. We haven't seen Levero do nothing yet.
Yeah, we've seen him take a lot of ish from the director though, haven't we? We've seen him get tea splashed in his face. He didn't even say a thing. He just wiped it off casually and carried on speaking as if it wasn't even there. Every time he asks Hang Sang-yu a question and Hang Sang does not give him a proper answer, he doesn't say anything. He just looks at him. He just watches him from the corner of his eye. He seems so much more pressed than Hang Sang-yu does. Hang Sang-yu also wonders what Levero is doing as well, but there's a different energy about it. And I feel like not only is Hang Sang-yu above him in position, he's above him in power. Levero is just someone who climbed the tower and won.
Okay, you make valid points, sir.
Let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.